I hate mechs. Yeah, no. Here's the thing though. I can't give you a good reason why. Maybe it's those big hulking suits. Maybe it's the cringy conversation. Maybe, and admittedly, I may not have watched the best ones yet. And you know what they say?
The only people who don't like it
Mechas
have never tasted one.
For me, they just don't pass the vibe check.
Get that garbage out of my face!
So when I heard of 86, at first, I thought it was another version of 6 9
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And then, I realized it's an anime. And then I found out it was a mech. So you can imagine my hesitation to watch. But when I decided to click play, my whole world was flipped upside down. There were no cliche stereotypes. There were no predictable outcomes. 86 was nothing I could imagine. A breath of fresh air. And I love that. I hate mechs, but I love good anime. And 86 is one darn good anime. So welcome to the mechanized dystopian world of 86. So, how did one anime change my views on the genre? Before that, quick background SparkNotes version. 86 is essentially War on Machines. We are introduced to the Republic of San Magnolia. From the outside looking in, it's a seamlessly perfect nation. Almost too perfect. They claim to be fighting a bloodless war, propagandizing that they're only using autonomous drones. So they want you to believe. In reality, these autonomous drones are being piloted by humans, outcasts known as the 86. The 86 fight and sacrifice in this war, while Magnolia gets ready for tea time and try to convince their people that the war will be over shortly. In this society, it's not hard to see who is treated fairly and who is not. The cool thing about 86 is that we get to watch both sides of this war. We follow Control Operative Major Lena as she gives command to the Spearhead Squadron, a group who admittedly are not too fond of her and her nation. We also get to see her personal mission to right the wrongs of her country regarding the treatment of the 86ers. On the flip side, we watch these 86ers as they fight and try to survive in an unwinnable war, losing members every day, but somehow learning how to enjoy the time that they are given. SparkNotes over. So how did it do it? How did 86 draw a mech-hating fellow like me in? The story. Yes, mechs are part of the story, but it's not everything. Look at Vagabond. Vagabond is a samurai story, but it's not just a fighting manga. It's deeper and more complex than that. In the same breath, 86 uses mechs as a medium to tell a story. It doesn't overly utilize them. Instead, it focuses on the finer details. It's a story about race and class and how the implication and consequences of such a thing can cause so much hurt and division. It's a story about star-crossed lovers, two people born in two different circumstances, but somehow fate draws them near. It's a story about wanting to survive. No matter who you are, or where you come from, your life means something. Don't just throw it away. Do your best to survive. 86 story is that and so much more. It drew me in, but what kept me there were the characters. Caritas. I love when a story uses their characters, when they give them personalities, roles, emotions, and 86 does that. It's so easy to get attached to these characters, because in a world so unforgiving, they still have dreams and desires, and they know such things are fleeting, but they still hope. 86 doesn't just show its characters in constant conflict, it shows its characters in meaningful, everyday moments. We get a sense of companionship with them. And as we watch this large cast of characters dwindle down to around 6, we feel every moment of their absence. And for the characters left behind, we grow even closer to them. The way this anime writes and develops its characters is an absolute marvel to see. Lastly, the mechs fights were kind of cool. I know. I started this video on a hate train, but just look at this. Sometimes it's just nice to turn off your brain and watch fast robots knock each other's screws loose. And in terms of fight quality, 86 knock it out the water. And it's meaningful and not just a fight for fighting purposes. It's a fight for survival, and there are real losses being taken. This anime knows how to deliver a fight scene, and that's one thing I can't hate on. So, did 86 change my views on the mech genre? Well, no, it didn't. The same problems I had with it before, I still do now. The vibes, you know? But this anime reminded me not to judge a book by its cover. Everything deserves a chance. So there will be much more mech animes in my queue. I'm thinking Iron Blood Orphan next. Coming from someone who hates mechs, 86 was a joy to watch. It's anime done right, and whenever the next season releases, I will be there.